Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Wendy. Today we're doing a special trunk or treat project where we set up for my granddaughter's trunk or treat celebration at her school. So let's get started. First, we decided on a theme, and we decided it was going to be Candyland. So I wanted to get these step cards so that we could get the idea of the whole theme as we had the kids walk up to the trunk. So I got some colored paper from Dollar Tree and then some white cards, but I realized they were a little bit too thick, a little bit thicker as far as the scale according to the cards in the real game. So I went ahead and cut those down, and just using a X-Acto knife, I cut it along a straight edge, and then I cut the colored pieces in quarters. So first cutting it in half and then cutting those half pieces in half again. And so those were going to be the squares on the cards that determine how many squares you're supposed to move, if you remember the game from a million years ago. So once I put them on the big card, I realized I wanted them circular rounded at the edges. And so they looked a lot more realistic once I did that. And then I just put some glue stick down and adhered them to the big poster board. So it looked, I think, a lot like it. So there was the kind that has the two squares and then the ones that have just the single square. So we did a little bit of both in just those different colors. Next, we're going to make some little bubblegum wrapped candies. And so just using some cellophane that I got from the Dollar Tree as well, I took a ball, which is also from the Dollar Tree, and wrapped it and made sure that the back was toward the seam so that it doesn't show the sticker that's on there. And it's not really a sticker, it's actually just printed on the ball. So after I wrapped it, I took some curling ribbon and just tied them at both ends and then cut off the excess, and I think they turned out really cute. So here's the cards along with those bubble gums or cinnamon candies, whatever they are. But I think they turned out really cute. So next we're going to do some gumdrops, and I got some buckets from the Dollar Tree. I tried the first route I went was with some Epsom salt on the top, and I didn't like it. It was too flat and it didn't stick very well. So I took some batting and just put it at the top and then wrapped it with the plastic tablecloths from Dollar Tree as well. Pretty much everything we used was from Dollar Tree, but then just using some packing tape, I taped it on the inside and gathered it all the way around, and I thought it looked cute as it was, but I wanted some kind of topping that looked like sugar of some sort. And since it's Christmas season, they had this mesh ribbon stuff that was, it's supposed to be snow, but I thought it could be like powdered sugar or something. So I went ahead and just wrapped it from one side to the other using some hot glue. And then it took 3 pieces because it was in those strips. So after I put it across lengthwise 3 times, I just glue gunned the edges that were sticking out. So now I'm going to make some peppermint candies, and using some white paper plates from Dollar Tree as well. I was going to glue 2 together to make it one candy, and I made a template using one of those pieces, one of the plates, and just measured out and kind of free-handed a swirl pattern, and then just took some paint. I tried it with felt pen first, but it was just taking way too long, so I tried the painting method with the stencil, and it worked out. It was messy, but it ended up working out. So after I got them all painted, I glued them together and then took some bags. I couldn't find any clear cellophane in a roll, but this worked out better because it was a bag, so it slid into the bag, and then it was closed at one end and opened at another. So I just folded over the open edge, taped it down with some regular Scotch tape, and then gathered the edges, and using a twist tie just closed up those ends and then cut off the excess as well. And then I took some of the glittery mesh, and it's a really good time to find the supplies for this because the Christmas items are out, and so we had a lot to work with. And so we made about 6 or 7 of them, so I think they turned out really good. This is the dot candy that used to come on the paper. I think they still make it, but I just made some circles using a circle template in different pastel colors of paper that I had on hand, and took some butcher paper and cut it down to make a slice that was nice and thin, and I think that came out really cute too. So since it is Christmas time, this was also at the Dollar Tree, and we were really lucky to find these. They're gingerbread men, and they're out of felt, and they come complete with the whole kit, the face, and you just take the little pieces apart and just add them to the brown felt, and then hot glue it to the big piece of the gingerbread man, and he's super cute, and we're going to be able to use him in multiple places. But once you get all those pieces down, I did add these buttons that I had on hand, and I cut off the button part that you would sew to the garment and hot glued those to the centers of the buttons that were provided in the kit. But I think these guys are really cute too, and I think we had 6 of them or 4 of them, I don't remember, but they turned out cute, and so we added those in various places. So now we're going to try and decorate the trunk itself and kind of cover up the mechanism of what the trunk looks like. So we used some plastic tablecloths from the Dollar Tree, and we just kind of folded them in half and gathered them together and twisted them a little bit just to give it a little bit of substance, and so we could build on top of those. So my granddaughter was helping, and she was a big help. She was my second set of hands, and so we got them in the order that we wanted color-wise, and then we just started putting them together. And basically we just took some wire and attached them end to end. I went about halfway up on the first one just so that it would be nice and strong, and then we went down about 3/4 of the way with the next color and just kept adding the pieces step by step, piece by piece, until it all came together. And then once we got the main part down, then we added some of the sparkly mesh that you'll see here in a second, and then added some ornaments that were in colors of Christmas, but it wasn't the reds and greens. So you'll see how we put this together in just a second. So this was a really fun time with my granddaughter, and my daughter's there too, but my granddaughter was really helpful and loves being on camera, and we had a good time putting this together, and she took direction really well, and she'll be able to do this on her own at some point. So we're getting her into her crafting years already. So she got to pick out the colors that she wanted and where she wanted them, and so then we just started attaching the mesh all the way around using wire. And you want to let it kind of curl and twist the way it wants to, because it kind of has its own decision-making process with its design, and that's the beauty of it. And it was real whimsical and cute, and you just really don't have to do anything or be creative at all. You just attach the stuff and it goes from there. This is kind of my favorite part, was attaching the ornaments, and we just got some purples and reds. They did have the Christmas reds out, but the purple was for Halloween. And if you'll notice, this is actually the end of the spool of mesh, and we ended up using those and made Smarties out of those. So those were cute too. But on the ornaments, we put those together and then attached them at various places, every place where we gathered and where there was wire in the garland. And we decided there were some white ones in there, and I thought it needed some white, but they had eyeballs on there because, like I said, it was for Halloween. So we went ahead and had Cadence paint the eyeballs over the eyeball part, and then kind of turned it around so that we could see the white glitter. And you'll see her doing that in just a second. But all you want to do with this is just take some wire and feed on 3 or 4 different balls in different either colors, sizes, or finish. So if you have some in the glittery, then make some of them shiny, and then some striped. Just mix them all up. Okay, so what are you doing, Kay?
I'm trying to paint the eyeballs so we could use it for the Candyland.
So all you do is what?
Paint over the eyeballs.
And what are we using?
We are using chalk white paint.
Good.
Why are you painting over 3 eyeballs?
We don't want eyeballs.
Oh, you don't.
Because it's Candyland and eyeballs are spooky, huh, Kay?
Yes. We're not trying to do Halloween or anything.
Even though it's for Halloween,
Yes.
we just don't want it to be spooky.
Yes, we're
You're
trying
doing a great
to do
job.
something really cute.
Good deal.
And then after we can just flip it over.
Exactly, because we want the glitter to show, right?
Yes, because the glitter is really magical and pretty.
So these are the befores.
And this is
this'll be
kind of the after, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, good job, sis.
I am painting these for Smarties. I'm going to paint them white and then set them off to the side. After that, my grandma's going to paint them, so they're going to paint them like stripes for Smarties.
Nice. And then we'll wrap them in cellophane, huh?
Yes.
And write Smarties on them
Yes.
first before we wrap them. Okay, good job. So here it is all done, and we added some bows out of the candy cane fabric or ribbon that was at Walmart because it is Christmas. So we had a lot of opportunity to find some cute stuff. And then I attached also from Dollar Tree some of the little candy cane ornaments. And we're thinking this is what we're going to do with the gingerbread men, but we won't put them on until we get out there so that we can see where they can go. So we'll take, of course, the scissors and the wire and any other supplies we think we'll need. And here's my daughter, Christine. My grandson, Carson, who is Dash from The Incredibles. My amazing son-in-law, Brandon. And here's all the goodies in the trunk. We kind of unloaded already. It was all the way full. Plus we had stuff in their car, and husband brought the signs. There's my granddaughter, Cadence, and she is the daughter of the king. So she's a princess. And we're going to get it all set up. So I should mention, I didn't get it on film, but the signs we had used for my niece's wedding that was kind of out in the boonies. And so my husband and I had made these a while back, but they have concrete bases inside of buckets. So my daughter covered those with batting and made those into cotton candy. And then we just took white cardstock and made little cones and then hot glued those on top and then spray painted them pink to make it look like cotton candy and then put some bows or tied a candy cane balloon to them. And then my son-in-law is also, he tied these balloon lollipop type things to each of the signs to make it look like the lollipop woods. And I used my Cameo silhouette to cut out the words in different fonts and different vinyl colors, and I think it turned out really good. Here's a little visit from my goddaughter's son, Keegan. He is a dinosaur and he's very scary. He was hilarious though. And here you see the pictures of all the kids in the second grade class, Cadence's class, and they loved seeing their pictures and came to find their own picture, and they were naming off everybody else in the class, and it was a hit. We had so much fun doing this, and it was the process too that was just as much fun, or probably even better. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and comment, share, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button so that we can grow our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and have a blessed day. Bye.